having issues decorating your buttercream cakes, then watch this video to the very end. I am Titilaya Sharif and you're welcome back to my channel. So today I'll be showing you how I decorate my buttercream cakes. So I especially made these videos for my followers because usually I don't do buttercream cakes, but I want to explain to my followers that my subscribers that are having issues with buttercream cakes. Okay, so in 2024 we should be able to smoothen our buttercream cakes nicely. Okay, you cannot be one of my subscribers and don't know how to decorate your buttercream cakes. Even if you're doing it from the comfort of your home, you should be able to decorate your cake like a pro. Okay, so we crumb coat our cakes. The first things to do is you crumb coat your cakes. And for buttercream, when you want to crumb coat your buttercream cakes, you crumb coat with a very light coat, like you're not going to use too much cream. Then when you're done crumb coating, you allow your cake to, you can set it aside for like 15 minutes. Don't need to refrigerate because we're using margarine. So if you're using like butter, the real butter, then you can refrigerate. But in this recipe we're using margarine. I want to drop it. I have a video for it. So once you set aside for 15 minutes, you can now start with your final coat. Okay, so first thing, start with your top base and bring out a little bit of excess to the edge. That way when you're combing the top to get your sharp edge, you're not going to be scraping the creams on your cake. So take note of that. If you notice, I brought out excess cream to the edge and I'm starting at that same point. You notice I'm not starting at the bottom, I'm starting at that same place where the excess is. That way I've sealed both edges. So when you use your cake comb at the end of the day to get your sharp edge, you will not have any issues with buttercream not being enough in that place. If you've tried if you've had that kind of issues before, you'd understand what I'm saying. Okay, so because I was experiencing that before until I started doing it this way. Okay, so after you're done with the first part, you go down again to like just fill up the remaining parts that you need to fill in. So one thing I want you to take note of when you're working with any cake, any cream cakes, in order for you to get your cream cakes very smooth, you work with your turntable. I don't know if you notice, if you watch this video clearly, you see I'm turning my turntable more. And if you take note, you know that my other hands were not moving. So the essence of you working with a cream cake and you have a turntable, that is your number one game changer. So you should have a smooth cream cake when you're done decorating if you make use of your turntable very well. So now I'm going to illustrate that here now. My right hand that has the scraper is not moving. I'm only moving my hands with the turntable. That way you're not going to pack all the creams on the cake, the one that you've spread all through on it. You will not have to remove any if you're just only turning your turntable. That is the hack basically. But if you're turning your turntable and you're turning your hand the same like simultaneously, you're going to end up with little or no cream on your cake and it will not come out smoothly. So take note of that. And when it gets to the top, you just slightly pitch it in. You're dragging it in to give you that sharp edge. So if you have this cake comb and you've not been using it, you don't know what you are missing. Go and dust it out and clean it because it's still very, very useful. Guess what? In all of my years of baking, this is the particular comb I use for sharp edge. If you check out my videos, this is the only comb I use. It gives it the sharp edge I want. Even though it is a very old tool and some people don't even use it anymore, so I don't stress myself when I'm using it. Okay, so you drag it in and here you go. So the technique you have been missing all this while is when you're turning your cake, when you're trying to scrape your cake, you're moving your right and you're moving your both hands at the same time. No, you don't have to. If at all you're not using a straight comb, if you're using a comb that has pattern, it's the same thing. Just steady your right hand and move your turntable. You can move it as fast as you can. Your cake will still come out very smooth, clean, and sharp. Okay, so try it out. You see that it works fine, and your buttercream will look rough like it used to. Okay, so I did another cake here, and I decided to show you again what I'm talking about so you'd understand better. So I hope I've made myself clear. I hope you understand like you understand the arc. Okay, let me use that word. So I don't want you to finish watching this video and still have issues with your buttercream cake. You can go over this video again and again and again to understand better. I'm doing the same thing here right now. I steadied my hand and I'm turning my turntable with my other hand. It works like magic. So if you've been using your turntable the wrong way, now is the time to start using it appropriately, because it's the turntable that is meant to do the job for you basically. So, and you have not been using the turntable where you're just using your hand to move all around, and that way you end up with a cream cake that is not smooth. So hope you understand now. Okay, now let me give you a gist. It took me 2 years, 2 years to know how to decorate my buttercream cake or even whipped cream cake as in properly, like with no flaws. So I don't want you to go through that years. That's why I'm telling you this simple arc that I've come to years to discover it. So I don't want you to go through that stress. Okay, so when you're doing cakes, well, even though you're a beginner, you learn on the job. You don't learn everything in one day. So if you're struggling with fondant cakes, buttercream, whipped cream, whatever technique, whatever cake decorating you're struggling with now, if you practice and you keep practicing, you get good at it. You don't learn anything cakes all in one day. So don't beat yourself up if you've been trying that particular design and it looks like, see if you're not getting it. You'll be shocked. Like, I can decorate 5 whipped cream cakes in a day, like in the space of 2-3 hours. Yeah, but as I did 3 years ago, I can. But the more I get people, the more I work, the more I get faster, the more I can do things in a very short period of time. The same way for fondant. I can remember how much I struggled to decorate one fondant cake, but now it's not the same. So don't be too hard on yourself. If it looks like, oh, it's just one buttercream cake, I'm not getting it. Why is it taking so long to get? It's not always like that. You'll be surprised one day, like you keep getting better after each cake. That's how it works. So it's practice makes perfection basically. So don't worry if you've tried it once and it doesn't look like it's like, oh, all the things I'm learning is not even showing. Just keep at it. You'll be shocked how you're going to be a pro in just a couple of months. So everybody has once, like at one point in my life, maybe one day I'm going to do throwbacks of my cakes and you'll be marveled like what my cakes used to look like. So Rome was not built in a day. Keep working and keep um, creating new styles. Keep trying to make your craft, perfect your craft, and you'll be shocked at what it's going to become someday. All right, enough of the pep talk. Bye, and thanks for watching.